Alright guys, I thought I would do a video today over the Zandalari Warbringers. As you can see, there's somebody killing one right now. I just happened to log in a few seconds too late. Yeah, I just thought that I would do a video on the 5 different spawn points of the Zandalari Warbringer, starting with the one here in Crossring Wilds, which just now spawned. So, yeah, that sucks. Anyway, the first spawn point is right here in Crossring Wilds, in between these 3 islands. It's that big one right there. The Terror Wing would be flying about right here, and the War Scout would be walking around in the woods. The next spawn point is the one in Dread Wastes. It's be right there, and that's the next spot that we will be going to. The Zandalari Warbringer can drop many things, but the most desired thing for it to drop are the primordial dire ones. It drops the amber, cobalt, jade, or slate. The slate is the rarest, and my favorite is probably the cobalt. I do not have any of the mounts myself. I have kind of procrastinated on even through the next expansion, which is Warlord to Draenor. That's what we're on right now. It's been about 3 months since the release. So I am on my level 100 Death Knight changed. Being level 100 just makes this a lot easier. You don't have to be in a group with people, you can just do it yourself. It's a lot less of a hassle, just easier to do. But if you are not level 97 or under, I would highly recommend that you are in a group with somebody. It may be easier to do without one, but you have a way better chance because the Warbringers can go up to 600 plus K health, and I'm only 207, and those things, if I didn't heal myself, could possibly kill me, just because that's the Pandaria expansion is not new enough to relatively have no damage on me. So here we are at the next spawn point. It's right here in Dread Waste. The Briny Muck. As you can see, there's already somebody sitting here camping. The NPC itself would spawn right about there, and the Terror Wing and all that would be flying right here. And the War Scout, which is basically just a smaller form of the Warbringer, drops some of the same stuff. It just doesn't drop the mount. Would be walking around all up there. So the next spot that we're going to go to is in the Townlong Steppes. It's right there. And I've probably killed, this is probably the second best place for me anyway to find them. The first is Cross Ring, because a lot of people don't know which island it spawns on. So, and that's the purpose of me making this video, so that way people can find them easier and get the mounts for themselves. The second main reason for people to hunt down these rares and to farm them is because of reputation. A lot of people want the mounts and things that you can get with the exalted reputations in Miss Pandaria. Like I have the 3 Shadow Pan Tigers, which I just got because I've been killing these Warbringers pretty frequently. They drop these insignias, stolen insignias, and since I'm already exalted with the Claxi, I'm not even going to use those 3 because I can sell them for 52 gold. But they drop insignias for a lot of different groups in Miss Pandaria, so that's always helpful. Here we have the third spawn point. It's right out here outside the entrance to Niazo Temple, I think that's how you say that. The Terror Wing, of course, would be flying right here, and the spawn itself would spawn right here, right next to this fire. So those are the 3 main spawn points which have the fastest spawn rates. The next 2 places will be in Kunlei up here on this side, and the Jade Forest over here across from this island. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go back through Dread Wastes and up into Crossring Wilds back to that spot. And now I'm going to shoot back up from Crossring up to Kunlei. Just because if these three places have the fastest spawn rates, if you go back through them, you're just doubling your chances of finding the rare. And so it just kind of helps. And I have killed about 60 total in these three areas, and only about 10 or 15 in these. So, and only 5 out of those 10 were on this one, the others were over here. So, you know, it just depends on what time you can get there, and just all that good stuff. But like I said, the one in Crossring is probably the best, because a lot of people don't know which island it actually is. So if I'm ever flying around out here, just questing or whatever, I will often log off in that spot, because like you just saw a while ago, whenever I logged back on, the rare was there. I just happened to log in a few seconds late, and so somebody else had already gotten there first. So we're back at the second spawn point. As you can see, this person's still here, so obviously it hadn't shown up yet. I am looking at my mini-map to see if there are any skulls up there which would indicate a rare. Then War Scout will also walk around up in here a lot and just make its round back and forth until it's killed. Feel free to skip ahead if you want. Most of the in-between flight to the spawn points will just be me rambling on, trying to fill in time. I might go in later and add some music, I don't know, it just depends on how much time I have. In case y'all were wondering, the software that I'm using is Expression Encoder 4 from Microsoft. It is a pretty simple software to use. The free version, which I have, only allows you to film 10 minutes at a time, which is kind of a bummer, because here soon it'll probably cut out and I'll have to make another video and add it on and all that great stuff. But other than that, I love it. I mean, there aren't really any problems with it. You just gotta learn how to use it, and that didn't take very long. Maybe just film 2 or 3 different times and kind of work with it, mess around, see what you can do. My transmog on my Worgen is the Scourge Lord. A transmog from a vendor in ICC, I think, with the Justice recall, where they changed all the Justice into gold and all that. Cost me about 800 gold to get. Then my weapon is transmogged from Sulfurion, the Extinguished Hand, off of 25-man heroic Firelands. Okay, so now I'm going to be aiming off towards, if you're going to fly straight to this point, you're going to want to go to the highest peak, so just aim yourself that way and keep going. Alright guys, so I went ahead and I cut off the video, and just went ahead and flew over here so you didn't have to sit there and listen to me fly all the way over here, skip ahead, and the video wouldn't be really long. So I went from Crossring Wilds, this island right here, which is the best spawn point for the Zandalari Warbringers, and I flew all the way to Kunlei Summit to this point right here on the edge. The spawn would spawn about right there, with the Terror Wing flying right out here. This is probably my least favorite place, because you just don't get it very often, and it would drop my least favorite mount, so I really don't come here often. But yeah, that's where that is. The next place, and the last place, last but not least, is in the Jade Forest. Now what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to fly from that point straight over Hellscream's Fist, the wreck of Hellscream's Fist, and you're going to want to fly towards that peak right there, which is actually just 2 mountains, but from the right angle it looks like 1. And the next spawn point will be right here next to Srila Village. You see that little mound on the map? That's where it's going to be. As you can see, I don't play with a lot of add-ons. I've had some bad experiences with like Curse Client and all that good stuff, so I just don't use it anymore. I just prefer to play the way the game is designed. So, yeah. Don't call me a noob, don't do all that, hate all that crap. I've been playing for about 8 years now, so I know what I'm doing. So you can see here there's a rare down there, but we're not going to kill it right now. Normally I would, but just for the sake of time, I'm not. So you can see there's that mound that you see on the map is right there. And the spawn will be to the right of it, right across from this little hut that's over there, with the balloons all over it. So I'm going to look at my... Oh, it's there. Alright, so we might actually get a video. Sweet. Alright, so here's me killing the Zandalari Warbringer in the Jade Forest. I'm going to go ahead and try to make this as quick as possible. Looks like there's somebody else over there kind of helping me out. Which is always great, you know, having somebody else that doesn't necessarily have to help you, but decides to anyway. Kind of like what I did at the beginning of the video. I helped that one guy that was killing one whenever I first logged on. So hopefully I get him out. That'd be awesome. Alright, so let's see what I get. Okay, well it doesn't look like I got the mount, but I did get some pretty good stuff. I got a small bag of Zandalari supplies, a big bag of Zandalari supplies, a golden lotus insignia, and a celestial insignia. So I'm going to go ahead and use these to boost my reputation. I'm going to go ahead and open the small bag first. I got 16 gold, I got some wind wool cloth, and some silkweed. Now for the big bag, I just got a lot of cloth, but each one can sell for about 15 gold. So, well, that's awesome. I didn't think I'd actually be able to get the kill on camera. That's awesome, actually. So he spawned right here. The terror wing would be flying right here, and the war scout would be flying back in this area. So I hope y'all enjoyed. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff.